In 1924, Notre Dame was fighting more than tough football teams. They were fighting anti-immigrant, anti-Catholic prejudice across the country. Every contest became an opportunity to show the world what Notre Dame was all about.
And the 1924 team is the first football team of any kind to play games in New York City, Chicago, and the Los Angeles area in the same season. It had never been done. It had never been contemplated, really, until Rockne made it happen with this team.
Only 4 games were played at Notre Dame's Cartier Field that season, but they included tough teams from Georgia Tech and Nebraska.
So it was a kind of a gauntlet of games that they had to continue to win.
Another big game that season, Notre Dame played Northwestern at Chicago's brand new Grant Park Stadium. Just a year later, this venue would be renamed Soldier Field.
They traveled to these cities and built up fan bases around the country.
I spoke with historian, author, and New York Times columnist Terry Golway.
They were building up fan bases wherever they went, in part, of course, because of their appeal to Irish Americans. But in 1924, immigrants themselves were part of the political equation. And I think that a lot of immigrants responded to Notre Dame because of their proud ethnic roots. And they're winning. They're really good. They're beating all of these great schools.
But one great school remained, and that was unbeaten Stanford, led by the legendary Pop Warner. When it came time to play in Pasadena, Notre Dame didn't go straight there. They took their sweet time. It was a chance for Knute Rockne to show off his team.
Of course, all train travel back then. They gathered after their team banquet in December in Chicago and took off from there, but instead of heading west to Los Angeles, they went south.
South to Memphis, then to New Orleans. Next was Houston, then Tucson, Arizona.
Every place they stopped, the local bishop would be involved. There would be a special banquet.
Finally, the team made it to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Their 27-10 victory over Stanford made national headlines. So that meant even bigger celebrations on the long way home. From Pasadena, the team went north to San Francisco, then to Salt Lake City, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Next was Denver, Colorado, then Lincoln, Nebraska, and on to Chicago.
And so it really was a 3-week-long celebration of Notre Dame and Notre Dame football to put forward the best face of the university and the football team.
It was Knute Rockne's first of 3 national titles. He would win again in 1929 and 1930. That's the same year Notre Dame opened a beautiful new stadium. The house that Rockne built was something he only enjoyed for 1 season. Coming up, Knute Rockne's untimely death and a special homecoming 93 years in the making.